Did you just arrive? It's been days since we heard any news. What's it like back home?
It's bad. I'm just glad I got out. How did you manage it?
Our family sold everything to secure passage on a Corsair ship. It was only enough for 2 berths.
You're lucky the pirates kept their end of the bargain. I stowed away on a smuggler skiff out of Ambient. She found me, but she was Elonian, so she didn't toss me overboard. She took me out into the Sea of Sorrows and flagged down a packed ship. A Vigil frigate brought me the rest of the way.
We're talking about the god of fire and war. Do I need to spell it out? War creates misery. Period.
What about Grenth? He's the god of death, and death creates all kinds of misery.
Death is inevitable. War isn't.
Maybe not. But sometimes it is necessary. I've been a devout follower of Balthazar all my life. I refuse to believe he's indiscriminately killing people. He's the god of fire and war. He's got the backbone to do what's necessary.
You sound like a Zaishan fanatic.
The brand had started moving. Then Balthazar showed up with his army, and that's 2 hostile forces right on Joko's doorstep. Why won't Joko respond?
He doesn't think like we do. He's undead and immortal. Insane. He'd probably let all those people die so he'd have a fresh batch of corpses for his army.
The Branded were always a threat, but we could handle them. At least until Krakatorrik moved and they followed. No food, no water. We lost more people on the trek through the desert than we did in the attack.
But some of you survived. If you'd stayed and fought, you'd all be dead.
Amnoon was always kind of shady, but now it's out of control.
The port wasn't built to cope with that many desperate people flooding in at once. It's disgusting. The crime lords and the council are probably getting rich while all those people suffer and die.
Maybe Lion's Arch can help. They let us in. If they deliver aid, there may be hope.
If Balthazar has turned on humanity, why aren't the other gods stopping him?
Because they're gone.
No, because they agree with his methods. There's always a reason for the things gods do. We just can't always see it. I believe Balthazar is determined to kill Krakatorrik. That's why I still support him. How is his campaign different from what the Pact does?
Balthazar doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. Besides, he's also the god of fire. Fire needs to be controlled or it consumes everything.
Sacrifices have to be made. It's worth losing a few thousand lives to save 1,000,000.
No! Balthazar is there to lead his army against Krakatorrik's Branded. Dragon minions are the real threat.
We were keeping that threat in check. Balthazar's invasion made everything worse.
The Pact proved Elder Dragons can be killed. Balthazar is taking up that challenge. He's finally answering our prayers.
Who prayed to be invaded? As far as I'm concerned, Balthazar's armored horrors are worse than the Branded. They raid, ransack, and pillage. When they're not burning villages, they're starting battles in them.
War demands sacrifice. Victory, even more so. Balthazar understands that and doesn't shrink from it.
If you think Balthazar's war is so necessary, then why didn't you stay to help him fight it?